I'm Kieran Fazy, I'm 30 years old. I'm a commercial charter skipper here down in the southwest of Cornwall, pretty much right at Land's End. I operate out of Newlyn Harbour, and yeah, I've been doing this now for the last 10 years, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Unhook those buffs, Liam, and Liam, untie them and pass them up to me. Cool, that's a sight, innit?
So my name's Liam Fazy, 34 years old. I've been fishing since I was an early teenager. Started off fishing in the local harbour, quickly got addicted to fishing. Started hitting the local lakes, joined the local sea angling club, and from there it was just every opportunity to go fishing. I was out there on the water, rod in hand, trying to catch fish. Soon to be joined by my brother, and between us we've been fishing non-stop ever since, completely consumed our life. And yeah, we live the fishing lifestyle, absolutely love it.
Most of the rods that we had out all ripped round with rays. Oh my god, look at that, that's like the most majestic thing I've ever seen. Yeah! Yeah! Go on!
Wow, look at him go!
Yes! What?
I think Cornwall just has this raw ruggedness by having the sea surrounded by you on the south and the north coast. You don't have to go overly far and you're straight out onto the ocean, but just how exposed it is. It's rugged, drastic coastline, raw energy rolling in from the Atlantic, and you've got the English Channel on the south coast. With it, just such diverse fishing grounds.
Fish.
There we go. Yes.
Yes! Bass in the net. Snorty weather, but we've found a fish.
Lots to get your teeth stuck into out there, which I think makes it truly special.
Nice one. Oh, man.
I knew it was a good one. I knew it was a good one.
Yeah. Mate, that's a donkey pollock for sure. Woo! There we go.
Right, yeah.
Beautiful.
Told you, big fish only. Yeah.
The offshore is kind of as far as you want to go.
It's a good shout to spend a little bit of time in here. You might not necessarily see too many tuna, but what ones are there with the dolphins are normally massive.
It doesn't take long here when you start heading offshore to feel like you're offshore, just because you are just out in the elements. There's very little protection when you're heading off of the grounds off of Land's End. When you're out there and you're in the elements, it soon starts to feel like you're in it, the offshore wilderness as such.
Oh, she's pumping out there now as well.
The offshore is something that you don't want to overlook when it comes to conditions. Things can change very fast out there.
Yeah, I mean, about the worst thing that can happen out there is that the weather really turns against you and catches you out. When you're offshore, you could be anywhere from an hour, 2 hours away from the safety of inshore waters. And yeah, if those conditions really turn against you, that can be a long ride home. You know, the swell can really pick up out there sometimes, really throw the boat about a bit.
It's definitely not an offshore day today. We are not very far off here, and yeah, whoop, there's a bit of swell on. But yeah, definitely no offshore day today. I was out there late last night and it was picking up all the time. You know, I worked a small weather window, but today is a no-go. The offshore is one to be respected. You never mess with the offshore. At one point it was like, oh my god, this is looking sweet, like frothing for this. It does catch you out occasionally. You know, it's only happened maybe a handful of times in my career, but those handful of times that it has happened have been incredibly hardcore and intense, and I've ended up coming in and being like, man, I want to sell the boat, because that was that was not fun. But that's what you're open to when you put yourself out there. You know, you are out there. Mother Nature is a beast, and you're at its mercy.
The bane of my life is effectively I'm running a business or my career or my fishing life through a forecast, and we all know how wrong the forecasters can be sometimes. It's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. I roll over, grab my phone, straight onto the forecasts. What's it good for? What's it looking like we can get done today? For me, the preparation before is like what gets me going. It's the anticipation, like we're putting in a big shift, we're going far offshore. Effectively, anything can turn up out here.
Let's go catch some fish, brother. Well, here we are, back again, nice and early, round 2. Obviously last time we was heavily winded off. Mother Nature didn't allow us to get far offshore. However, today she has blessed us with some prime conditions. Recently the fishing has been absolutely kicking off. The bluefin tuna are here in force, and boy, do you know about it. There's some incredible sights out there at the minute with huge shoals of bluefin tuna feeding hard. To start the day, we're going to catch a few live baits should we need it, but the main aim for today is to catch them on some casting kit using stick baits, poppers, soft plastic lures, and get hooked up to those beautiful bluefins. Let's get some bait in and let's get offshore. Get them in, boy, get them in. I reckon if you cast that into one of those butt up, that's getting munched, isn't it?
Growing up, it was all about the shark fishing. It was the only real option that we had for these big sporting fish when we were offshore, and something that was going to rip some drag here in the UK. But yeah, in the last 10 years, the bluefin tuna have been coming back to our coastline each year and getting stronger and stronger as well with their populations. And nowadays, say the last 5 years, the fishery is utterly insane out there.
I'm gonna go upwind so you can cast downwind, okay? You'll be casting out this side of the boat, my side. Yeah, make some casts. Right in there, lovely bed. Little pocket of them. Few birds spinning around, like down towards that big boat.
Bit of a ball going on.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, make some casts. Just a few boshing up. Bastard's gone again.
Offshore fishing, it's heading out into the unknown for me. It's going out into this vast expanse of what looks like nothingness, just completely open water, and trying to make sense of it and trying to catch something from that as well. And it's a real challenge.
Just taking 1 or 2 things into consideration often isn't enough if you want to get the most out of that session. You know, you've got to be on it on many levels, watching what's going on, what's moving, what's happening, waterfronts, temperatures, conditions, responses, feeding patterns. You've got to be on all these things because the offshore is a big beast. It's a big beast. And we're very small. And I think you've never felt so small as you have when you're in a boat, miles and miles offshore, hundreds of feet of water beneath you, miles and miles of water around you, and just you in a little boat and your little mind. And that's the only thing that's going to change you from having a bad day and a good day, is the actions you make in that moment. That's when you realise how big the ocean is and how small you are.
Plenty of commotion there. Come on. Lots of birds circling. Lots of movement on top of the water. Let's hope they're tuna and not dolphins.
Yeah, all around the boat. Go.
Casting.
Yes, Liam. Nice slow retrieve. Oh.
Yeah.
want that little golden one?
No, that's soft
Oh,
plastic.
soft plastic, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Get ready for the turn, mate.
Yeah. Oh, he's on turbo. Right. He is awake and angry.
Okay, nice and smooth now. We're going to come round.
A long way to go.
We're hooked up. You know, we found the kind of activity we're looking for that casting. And wham bam, Benny Boy's hooked up. So he's been on this fish for about 15 minutes or so now. Very impressive first run. We're in the closing stages now where it's a bit more stalemate, vertical. A lot of pressure there, a lot of drag, authorities sweating on it. But yeah, turning up the heat. Out of gear there, Liam. And let's get this fish up to lead and see what we got. You! In gear. Tripped up there, boy. Good job on the rod, man.
Yeah. Oh, mad, isn't it?
That last bit. That last bit. He's a right fatty, isn't he?
That is so much better than bass fishing.
Yeah.
Like, that is an absolute buzz.
His tail.
Like, everyone needs to do this.
Yeah. Decent.
They're the coolest fish.
I'm going to give you a good
Swim.
250, 275 for that. Very fat.
Yeah, he felt good. Epic, boys. Yes. Woo! Ah. Thank you, Skipper.
Put it there, brother.
Oh, it's epic.
You're putting a lot of effort into making an offshore trip happen. So when you're out there fishing, you need gear that you can rely on. It needs to be durable, it needs to stand up to the test of not just the abuse of big fish, but abuse of the environment as well. You know, it can be pretty hairy out there sometimes, the gear's getting blasted. If you're hooking into big fish, you're putting it through its paces, you don't want your gear letting you down. We need tough gear that's gonna last, gonna get the job done on world-class fish, such as the big bluefin tuna that we get here now.
Oh, look at the sprat shoal. Look at the sprats. They're all on these sprats here. Yeah! On the popper! Someone on the wheel? The boss had to have a cast, of course. When it's all kicking off like this in the background, it's all going wild this afternoon. Oh my Lord, look at this mother load over here. Woo! Damn, damn. Textbook. Banged him in there, pop, 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 seen him coming, wallet. Set the hook, went across the surface, and here we go. We're locked into him there now, and he is taking line. Can you believe this is in the UK? Like, it's mental. Look at this, you got thousands of tuna there, we got hundreds here. Special, very special. Here we go, I'm locked up. Raw dog in here at the minute. Conflict XR. Tuna, 100-pound class rod. Pen authority to 8,500 on the popper. Here we go. Really lean into this with this setup. Very nice tuna rod. Good for those small, medium class fish. Look at these fish busting in the distance. This fish has just changed direction. Keep it in bent, shaking his head like mad, might run. Out of gear. No one bites the dust. ready to get arse walloped next?
For me, it's always chasing that bigger fish, that new PB, that next euphoric experience out there on the sea. Yeah, it's those moments that absolutely drives us to go every time. That makes it that much easier when the alarm goes off at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. to get up and get out here on the boat.
Ready? Yeah. Wherever you want.
Yeah, he's got it. Whoa. Whoa, God, he's lively.
Yeah. Look at him.
He's kicking.
Oh, look at that black back on him. Like a missile.
Oh, baby!
Yeah, beautiful. Top water perfection, that is. In gear.
Yeah, Liam's on.
Yes! Woo! Yes! Woohoo! Yeah, for some reason that fish didn't like
Fucking
it.
retire Liam from being on the rods, man.
Just threw the hook.
You can't fucking go on the rods, man.
Well, why not?
Fucking lose them all. Yeah, ready, Liam? Liam again.
Rivalry, there will always be rivalry. Always be rivalry. Well, no matter what he says, there'll always be some level of rivalry. That is healthy rivalry, to be honest, at the end of the day. Even when we're young, fishing on the harbour, catching little fish, is who can catch the most fish. Or I've caught a bigger fish than you. I think we'll take that with us to the day we die.
It's my last one on that colour. Yeah, we need to make some up.
All right, that's my law gone. Something happens when we're fishing that we just seem to catch something special, or something special will happen. So yeah, we love it when we can fish together because we usually have an absolute blast. Yeah?
Yeah?
Oh, that's in him.
Slow retrieve, just slow retrieve.
Oh, they're hitting it.
Yeah! Come on! Let it go.
Oh,
Oh my god.
oh no,
Bad news.
overfish. It's going overfish.
Where are we to?
Gone. Oh no. It's in the pit.
Oh, he's right in it.
He's right in it.
Right.
Keep it at mine.
Yes! Yes!
Yes! Yes!
Yeah,
Yes!
boy!
Woo!
Man, you got
Ah. Relief.
Yes.
Come on.
Come
Oh,
on.
mate. We've done it.
Well done.
Let's have a look at her. Oh, lovely. Nice little size. Oh, give me a right pacing. I'm amazed that we got a fish out of that. Lovely bluefin tuna. Great scrap. Give me a beating. Absolutely love it. That's what we're here for.
Yeah?
It's just adrenaline, isn't it? Like, how does a body of water have this ability to make you feel those emotions? It's epic, and it's everywhere you look. Like, it can be something simple from like a pod of dolphins just following the boat, and you're just in that moment, and it's just euphoric. Or it can be like the most gnarly fish that you've ever seen, a screaming reel, a crazy battle.
Yeah, boy. Oh.
Watch the braid there. Braid.
It's the moment of pure, it's pure euphoric. You're just like mind blown. You're out there. I'm out there. I've lived near enough offshore for years, you know. Man, out at sea all the time, around the sea all the time. And it's that very moment that just blows my mind. You know, I pretty much, I consider that I've seen it all, almost. You know, I don't want to be that person that said I've seen it all, I've done it all. I'm not saying that. But the offshore, the ocean just has this ability that just when you think you can't see anything else, something happens and you're just like, what? That was crazy. Like, what am I seeing? Like, and it's that pure euphoric, drug-like moment. Like, that's it. That's why I just call it wild seas, because it's just wild. Like, it's that wild moment.
This is mad.
There he is. Look at him go. Oh my God. Ben, in gear. Go for the middle of it. Yeah, he's in that 300, I'd say. His tail's like here, he's about 78. Look at that! Woo! Yes, boy! Come straight at us!
Yeah, come on, boy!
Now he's running away.
Today has turned out absolutely wild. From a slow start, where it was a bit frustrating, it has turned around heavy. God knows how many hookups we're on now. I think this is like maybe like 16th or something. It's wild. It's full wild. This is what we live for, man. It's like, it's the best drug going, isn't it?
Yeah, he's getting pretty close.
As a fisherman, it doesn't really get much better than this. Look at this! Jesus Christ, look at him going! Mental. You go into town, you go into war on a fish, you know, like, it's those moments. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be your moment. It could be that you're just on a boat with someone having their moment, and because you're engrossed in it, it's that is the pinnacle of angling for me.
Well, what an absolutely epic end to an insane day here out on the offshore with the Penn Boys. It has been wild. Man, we have smashed so many bluefin tuna on top water, and here is the last fish of the day. Sam got locked into an absolute battle. It blew my mind out here today. It was absolutely epic. The fish is in revival now. We're gonna get her back soon. What do you reckon, Breeze?
Come on, boys, do the honours.
Yeah? Should we get her back? Here we go. Out of gear there, Ben?
Out of gear. He's ready.
Yeah! There she goes!
I don't even care if I'm not the one catching the fish, you know. If I'm in that moment, sharing that moment with everyone else, that's what gets me going. I'm frothing for everyone, me or anyone else. I'm frothing. Like, I'm having the best time if you're having a sick time, you know. That's fishing.